Good morning, traders. This is your daily market breakdown on the GBP US dollar. We can quite clearly see that there has been a substantial change in character that obviously occurred last week around the 14th when it broke this previous low, completely ignoring all internal liquidity and this internal demand zones, signaling that the price is now looking to push itself into either this unverified 4-hourly demand zone. So once we reach this area here, we could see a potential pullback before then continuing even lower into this daily demand zone that I've listed out here. And that is when we may see another push back into the upside occur again. So we are now in a downtrend. We are looking for those shorting positions just until we reach this area here, this 4-hourly demand zone. And then we would look for a potential long position, trading that pullback. If this fails again, because we are seeing momentum slowing down here, which is a good sign that the price may react to this area here. If this fails, then we're likely going to see the price enter into this zone before moving upward again. Over to the euro dollar, a very similar situation has occurred here. So I was previously waiting for a pullback that never occurred, so I never entered because we never saw a confirmation that the price did want to react well to this verified tap in demand zone. Because it didn't react, I left it. I didn't enter into any positions there. And so what we're likely seeing now is something very similar on the GBP US dollar, whereby the price will then retrace into this unverified demand zone on the 4-hourly frame. And then we will likely see a potential pullback or even a reversal occur within this area. So that's what I'm waiting for today or this week. I'm just waiting for this price to enter into the zone, and then I will look to enter into a position. US dollar JPY, we can see that the price is slowly clawing back into the upside. What we're expecting is that the price will enter into this region here before seeing any push back into the downside. So I'm just waiting on that for the time being. What we could be looking for, let's see on the lower time frames. Yeah, we could quite easily see a potential entry here if the price retraces down into this area here. And then I could potentially enter and ride the wave or ride the trend back into the upside up into that zone there on the 4-hourly before then looking for a shorting position. So overall, I'm not playing with the USD JPY at the moment, mainly because of all the manipulation, but we can see that the trend is clearly wanting to push it to this area or this region up here. Heading over to the DXY, it has absolutely exploded. It has surged into the upside. Just look at all of this uptrend, all of this push into the upside. We are now at a point where we are in an unverified supply zone on the 4-hourly frame. So I want to see what the price is going to do within this area. However, because we're seeing just so much tremendous growth on all of our other currency pairs, we may be seeing that the DXY wants to push up just a little bit higher, retargeting these previous highs here in this potential supply zone. And so what we could be seeing this week is that the price may have a little retracement before then pushing itself up, another little retracement, and then pushing itself even higher. And then we see a potential reversal into the downside. So if that plays out, then this would play very nicely with our GBP USD and our euro dollar, as the price is likely going to re-enter those daily demand zones that I pointed out previously. Heading over to gold, yes, we can see that again it had played very nicely into those shorting positions. I was hoping that the price would come down, push itself up again, trying to break a previous high on the lower time frames, which it didn't do. Instead, it just continued pushing itself down into the downside. So we are looking for shorting positions on the 4-hourly frame. We can see that we have beautiful changes of character, breaks of structure into the downside. What is very interesting here is that if we wait for a full body break, what we could wait for is this little pullback that will likely happen, and then follow it down to the yearly open. So that would be my setup for gold this week. And also what we can see is that this is a previous verified demand zone, so this would be my target here. So what I'll be doing is waiting for, let's drop down to the hourly. I'll be waiting for the price to come back up into this area here before then entering into a short position, targeting these previous lows, maybe even the yearly open. So I'm shorting, I'm very bearish on XAU today. BTC USDT is on its way down. I guess this is influenced by the DXY pushing itself up so aggressively. What's quite interesting is that we can see here that there is a verified demand zone. And what we could be seeing is a price is now going to retrace back into this area or just around the month's open. I'm still quite bullish on BTC. I think there's a lot of potential there. So I'm seeing that the price may come to the monthly open before moving upward again, or it may come back into this verified demand zone before then moving up again. So that's all I'll be looking for today. I'll just be waiting on those levels to see how the price reacts when it enters into those zones. And there it is, traders. That is your daily market breakdown.